Got 4 speed lights laid out here. First thing we could do is we can dismiss all the many months and a year plus or more of people bitching and moaning about, oh, Fuji doesn't have any professional lighting options. Well, even before these speed lights came along, I could do anything with Fuji that I could do with my Nikon other than high-speed sync capability. But I could even do that on the X100T with a leaf shutter. So let's go over a couple of these, 3 of these. 3 of these are Nissan speed lights, and one of these is the new Fuji EFX500. Guide number. The most powerful one here is the i60A. It's also the only one here, along with the DI700A, which basically the same output as the Fuji EFX500, $450. Okay, compared to Nikon's Pro Speedlight, which is $600. The limitations on this unit are the same limitations on the Nikon, by the way, as so far as radio capability. It's got a lot of advantages over the Nikon Speedlight for $150 less, and I mentioned that in the review on the EFX500. What we have here, other than the i40, is we have full radio capability, TTL capability, which works magically with the Air 100 at 2.4 gigahertz. Now it's rated for 96 feet. I found it works a lot further than that, so it doesn't even have to be line of sight. What's that important for? It means that, you know, all things being considered, a lot of people actually do. Here's one example. Someone will shoot to someone outside of like an abandoned church, and they'll stick a speed light or a strobe inside, and they'll shoot it through the window. Well, the optical trigger on this, that ain't never gonna work, baby. Never. With these radio triggers, I mean, work perfectly. No issues at all. Situations like that, where you want to plant one of these speed lights like an Easter egg, and I've been doing that for years, in bushes and behind objects, like behind a building to give rim lighting to a structure, or shoot some hair lights at someone from a hidden location. Never going to work with these. You have to buy 2 of these Fuji speedlights to have capability, and you have to stick one of them on the damn hot shoe of your camera. That is so epically stupid. I mean, this thing with 4 batteries in it sitting on the top of my Fuji, well, hell's bells. You know, talk about a top-heavy, disgusting mess. Just a hot mess of, oh no. So Nissan has Fuji beat hands down. Simplicity is divinity. The i60A can do everything that I want to do except for high-speed sync, but that's coming in a couple weeks. Whether it will do wireless high-speed sync, that information I still don't have yet, but I know that it will have high-speed sync capability. Now, you cannot use the Air one with the i40. With the new Fujifilm firmware update, all of these will do TTL. Of course, this would do it anyway, the EFX500, which I just acquired today. I know a lot about speedlights. I am the speedlight guru. Whatever you think of me, I guarantee you I know speedlights more than anybody else on YouTube. Unless Joe McNally had a YouTube channel where he made videos, but he's too busy for that. If he had a channel, he would know more about speedlights than me, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel. At least I don't think he does. If he does, he doesn't post regularly. i40 does not have that radio capability. It's a simple flash. It's very small, but has full TTL capabilities of the XT2 and the XT1 with the updated firmware now. Lovely little speedlight. I don't think high-speed sync capability is ever going to be updated on this, but I don't need it. It does TTL and manual, which is all I need now with the XT1 and the XT2. With the new updated firmware on the Fuji XT1, it will not do high-speed sync anymore. Bummer? Yes, maybe. No big deal. Don't give a damn. i60A, the firmware will be updated here very, very shortly for high-speed sync capability of the Fuji XT2 and XT1, which are now rocking the same Speedlight firmware. The XT1 was updated to have the same flash firmware so that you could use this damn EFX500 on the XT1. Now it's fully capable on it. This Air 1 and the Nissan is the best value. Of all the things that you see here, this is the best value. 2 AAA batteries, full radio TTL with flash comp plus 2 stop, minus 2 stops. $330 plus $80 for this unit. So that leaves you like, what, $420? Almost the cost. These two together, almost the cost of the Fuji EFX500. Best value, more powerful, more simple. I also don't have to take my eye out of the viewfinder when using the i60A for flash compensation, either in manual mode for adjusting power, nor in TTL for adjusting flash compensation. Most important thing every one of these damn speedlights need, and forgive me for saying it, but you're an idiot if you don't buy one of these. It's a TTL cable for your speedlights. The worst lighting in the world is sitting on your hot shoe, okay? The only people that use that crap are photojournalists and paparazzi, okay? Get your damn speed off your camera. Fuji, on his pinouts, uses Canon pinouts, okay? You don't want to buy a Canon TTL cable. Why? It'll work, but Canon cable is A, expensive, and B, crappier than the knockoff Velo cable. Yes, the actual knockoff cable is better than the factory Canon cable, so buy one of these damn things for like 40 bucks. Don't get the short one, get the 6-foot one. This is a 6-foot one. Doesn't look like 6 foot, but it's 6 foot coiled. The DI 700A. You can get this as a package. I think for $285 you can get the trigger and the speed light. Obviously both of these are basically the same size. This is a hair larger than the EFX 500. Both of them are basically the same power output. This is divinely simple. All it does is a manual and a TTL. But as David Hobby from the Strobus would tell you, that's all you damn need. The fact that I could do wireless handheld TTL, which means I don't need the TTL cable with this one, or that I do need it with this one, though. The really, really expensive one, I need it. There's nothing, with one speed light, there's no radio trigger, there's no nothing. I have to buy a second one of these, which make 450 times 2, that would make 900 bucks. Very stupid. So I can eliminate the TTL cable out with the i60A and the DI 700A. So I could just use this instead of my TTL cable and just have this sitting on my hot shoe of my Fuji XT1 or XT2 handheld TTL. Awesome. 285 bucks on these. These are the actual best values. These really are the best values. They are. I already pointed out to you situations where line of sight for optical triggering ain't going to cut it. Like I want to stick this inside of a building and shoot through the window. It's never going to work on the Fuji. Never. 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 It's optical. It won't work. Radio does work. Radio goes through stuff. Like rocks and buildings and... Radio. Right. What are you getting? I still recommended this Speedlight. What are you getting with this? One thing that really impressed me on the Fuji EFX 500 is not only does the high-speed sync work excellently at 1/8,000th of a second all throughout the range, but the +5 stop, -5 stop flash compensation all across the board works magically, including high-speed sync. Even Nikon does not do that consistently and good. No, it does not. Nikon does not. I own tons of Nikon Speedlights, does not. Also, the menu system on this. It is a complicated Speedlight, but compared, this is like a Dr. Seuss book as far as complexity of learning it, as opposed to a Nikon Advanced Speedlight, which I own and which I'm very familiar with. Those are like a lawyer's book. One of those big thick books that, melt your brain. The design on this, given the complexity that it's capable of, kudos to Fuji, a 10 out of 10. Also, you have no autofocus assist on either. He was like, well, yeah, there's an autofocus assist. Doesn't work. Fuji does not allow for it. It's like there's an autofocus assist right there. Doesn't work. Does not work on the Fuji. There's a big autofocus assist light. Does not work on the Fuji. No, no, no. Does not. Autofocus assist unfortunately works on this when you see I have a red filter over it, but it is insanely obnoxious bright white light. It works perfectly. The only problem is that Fuji should have consulted with me before making this stupid mistake. Fuji could have called me up. It's like, yeah, you of all people. Yeah, well, I would have told them that this was a big mistake, because right underneath this red filter is a big white honking light. And that means if you want to use this in a club or a bar or a late night street scene and you're going to use the autofocus assist lamp on this thing, you're going to blind people, number one. Two, you're going to piss the crap out of them. Three, if they're drunk, they might want to slug your ass. because it looks like you shot them in the, and it is, it's bright. It's like you shot them in the eyeballs with bright. Fuji screwed up on the autofocus assist lamp, and then you can turn that off. However, then you don't have autofocus assist. You see, I don't have a Nikon Speedlight on the front of it looks like this. You see, if this worked, you got a nice red beam shooting out here front, and it doesn't bother anybody. See, why isn't this, excuse my language, why isn't this Shiat on the front of the Fuji? Fuji, you should have consulted with me. I'm the god of speedlights. Oh, that's so arrogant and egotistical. Yeah, but it is still true. It is still true. Fuji, if you didn't consult with me, why didn't you consult with somebody? Why the hell did you do that? Why did you do that? Really? Yeah, I just slapped myself. Why did you do that? But it's still worth having. Some of the people on the Fuji forums that are bitching about the price on this, I'm sorry, but they're dead wrong. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Compared to what? The Nikon Speedlight is $600, and it is just as crippled as this unit. You can have all this crap to do radio. You know, you have to crop the, you know. The same stuff people have been bitching about, except for this damn bright white autofocus assist lamp right here, which Nikon doesn't have that stupid issue. There's lots of other stupid stuff on the really, really, really expensive Nikon Speedlight. $600 the SB5000 costs. This is $450. This is not overpriced. I give this a strong 7.8 or so out of 10. There's missing a PC sync. You know, where the hell is the PC sync connector on this? Where the hell is it? It isn't on here. There should be a PC sync connector on here. Where the hell is it? You know, this is a modern Speedlight too, which just recently came in. Even this damn thing's got a PC sync connector on it. Where the hell is it, Fuji? Where the hell is it? And I'm not knocking this Speedlight. I'm not. If the high-speed sync and the flash compensation didn't work, beyond my expectations, really, really good work on this. I wouldn't have bought this, but it does work really damn good. And this is the only Speedlight that locks up all the frou-frou features, like stroboscope. A lot of you people don't do that. I do. Stroboscopic, I love using stroboscopic stuff. Like you're rolling a ball, the strobe goes, so you end up with an image with 5 images of like a rolling ball or a rolling car. You could use that all for all sorts of stuff. It's very, very handy. So all the frou-frou flash photography that I love and use, which most people don't use, hello, all the frou-frou doesn't exist here. It's very simple, very effective, it's more powerful, it's smaller, and it does radio. So this is the best buy, the i60A with the Air 1 Commander. But if you want to unlock all the awesomeness of the HSS, this is not overpriced. It is not. It is not overpriced. It's actually priced a little too cheap. It does have some stupid design flaws like this. To stick on the diffuser, which I never use those damn things anyway. This is metal, by the way, right here. This band is metal. They designed it as a heat sink. Because these early units were overheating. That's why these units are delayed, because they were overheating. Yes. You know, I'm not going to throw punches for Fuji and, lie about stuff. It's like, oh, it's the best thing in the world. Everything on it's awesome, perfectly designed. I mean, what sort of idiot would I be to do that? Very, very hard to get off. Obnoxiously hard to get this damn thing off. I mean, you got to pray to some unknown god to get this damn thing off. You have to take it off to stick a damn diffuser on it that it comes with. It comes with a little pouch and a little stupid stand. Unfortunately, Fuji printed back on here, shoe mount flash. If you're sticking this on your hot shoe and you're using it on your camera, unless you're a photojournalist or a paparazzi, you're an idiot. Get a TTL cable. This thing absolutely needs a TTL cable. These don't, because they have perfect radio TTL. So these don't. The i40, awesome. It's tiny, it's small, it's compact, it's relatively cheap. I saw one yesterday sell for $100 on eBay. It looked like it was brand new. That's not how much a new one is, however. A little bit more expensive than that. This one new is $330. The Air unit's $89 for Fuji. So there it is. There's the lowdown. At the very least, people can stop bitching about lack of lighting options for Fuji. I wasn't bitching about it ever. I was bitching at people that were bitching about it, but now here it is, girlfriend. Look, you got TTL here, TTL here, TTL here. This is high-speed sync. Very, very awesome high-speed sync, I mind you. This will be very, very soon high-speed sync. Very, 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 very soon. I'm in touch with the head honchos at Nissan. No, I'm not connected to them. No, they don't give me free stuff, but I am in contact with them, and they give me the word on all the lowdown and on the Nissan stuff for Fuji. Best Buy. Best value. Right here. But if you want all the frou-frou and the super awesome HSS, here it is. It's worth it, but this is the best value. Okay, thank you for watching. Like this video and drop me a buck or two. Tell me to jump off a cliff, whatever makes you happy, whatever tickles your pickle. Thanks for watching. Bye.